What makes a football team truly great? Is it trophies, legendary players, or unforgettable victories? Argentina has experienced all of these. But behind every celebration lies a story filled with heartbreak, sacrifice, and hope. Before lifting the FIFA World Cup, Argentina suffered painful defeats, impossible pressure, and years of disappointment. Yet they never stopped believing. This is the emotional story of Argentina. The team that taught the world that true champions are those who rise after every fall. Hello everyone, and welcome back to Universal English. Today, we are going to discover the incredible journey of one of the greatest football teams in history. When people hear the name Argentina, they immediately think of football legends. Diego Maradona, Lionel Messi, World Cup victories, passionate fans. But Argentina's story is much bigger than famous players and beautiful goals. It is a story of dreams, a story of courage, a story of a nation that never gave up, even during its darkest moments. Every generation of Argentine players has carried the hopes of millions of people. Some achieved glory, others experienced heartbreaking defeat. Yet every one of them wore the famous blue and white jersey with pride. This is the untold story of Argentina's national football team. A nation falls in love with football. Football arrived in Argentina during the late 19th century. At first, it was introduced by British workers who had moved to the country. They played the game for fun. Soon, local children joined them. The simple game quickly spread through schools, neighborhoods, and city streets. It did not matter whether someone was rich or poor. Everyone wanted to play football. Children used empty spaces as football fields. Sometimes they played barefoot. Sometimes they made balls from old cloth because they could not afford real ones. But their passion was stronger than their problems. Football became part of everyday life. It united families, friends, and entire communities. No one knew that this growing love for football would one day create one of the strongest national teams in history. The birth of the national team. As football became more popular, Argentina formed its national football team. The players were proud to represent their country. Every international match became an opportunity to show the world their talent. Although the team had skilled players, success did not come easily. Many powerful nations were already developing strong football traditions. Argentina had to learn through experience. They won some matches. They lost many others. Every defeat became another lesson. Instead of giving up, the players trained harder. They believed that one day Argentina would become one of the world's greatest football nations. Their determination inspired future generations. The first World Cup dream. In 1930, FIFA organized the first World Cup in Uruguay. Argentina proudly participated in this historic tournament. The players knew they were representing not only themselves, but their entire country. Match after match, Argentina played with confidence. They reached the final against Uruguay. Millions of supporters believed history was waiting for them. The dream of becoming the world's first champions felt very close. But football can be unpredictable. Uruguay defeated Argentina 4-2. The players stood silently after the final whistle. Their dream had disappeared. The defeat was painful. Yet instead of destroying their spirit, it strengthened their determination. They promised themselves that one day Argentina would return stronger. Years of waiting. The following decades were not easy. Argentina continued producing talented footballers. The team often played exciting football. But winning the World Cup remained difficult. Every tournament brought new hope. Every disappointment made the dream feel even bigger. The fans never stopped believing. No matter how difficult the journey became, stadiums remained full. Children continued wearing the blue and white jersey. Parents told stories about future victories. Football had become part of Argentina's identity. The entire nation dreamed together. The glory of 1978. Everything changed in 1978. Argentina hosted the FIFA World Cup for the very first time. The pressure was enormous. Millions of fans expected their team to make history. The players understood the responsibility on their shoulders. Every match felt like a final. The atmosphere inside the stadiums was unforgettable. Thousands of supporters sang together from beginning to end. Their voices gave the players extra strength. Argentina fought bravely throughout the tournament. Finally, they reached the World Cup final against the Netherlands. The match was full of tension. Every pass mattered. Every tackle mattered. After extra time, Argentina won 3-1. For the first time in history, Argentina became FIFA World Cup champions. Players hugged each other with tears in their eyes. Fans celebrated in the streets throughout the night. The dream that had begun nearly 50 years earlier had finally come true. The blue and white flag flew proudly across the country. A new hero appears. After the unforgettable victory of 1978, football continued growing across Argentina. Young children dreamed of becoming the next national hero. Among them was a boy from a poor neighborhood near Buenos Aires. His name was Diego Armando Maradona. Even as a child, his talent amazed everyone. He could control the ball better than players much older than him. Coaches quickly realized he was different. He was small in size, but fearless in spirit. Football became his escape from poverty. His family struggled financially. Life was never easy. But every time Diego stepped onto the field, he smiled. The football became part of him. People began saying that Argentina had discovered another special talent. No one imagined just how important the young boy would become. The hope of a nation. As Maradona grew older, expectations became greater. Fans believed he could lead Argentina back to World Cup glory. The pressure was enormous. Every newspaper wrote about him. Every supporter expected miracles. Yet Diego never stopped working. He trained with passion. He accepted responsibility. He understood that wearing Argentina's shirt was not simply about playing football. It was about representing millions of dreams. As the 1986 FIFA World Cup approached, the entire nation looked toward one man. They hoped he could create history once again. Little did they know that the next tournament would produce one of the greatest individual performances football had ever seen, and would forever change the story of Argentina. The tournament that changed everything. The 1986 FIFA World Cup in Mexico became one of the most unforgettable tournaments in football history. All eyes were on Diego Maradona. He was no longer just a talented player. He had become the captain of Argentina. Millions of fans believed he could lead the nation to another World Cup. Maradona accepted the responsibility with courage. From the very first match, he played with incredible confidence. He dribbled past defenders with ease. He created chances that seemed impossible. He inspired every teammate around him. In the quarterfinal against England, football witnessed one of its most famous matches. Maradona scored two unforgettable goals. The first goal became known around the world as the Hand of God. The second goal was completely different. He picked up the ball in his own half and dribbled past several defenders before scoring. Many football experts still call it the greatest World Cup goal of all time. Argentina continued their remarkable journey. In the final, they defeated West Germany and became world champions once again. Maradona lifted the FIFA World Cup with tears of joy. For millions of Argentinians, he had become more than a football player. He had become a national hero. Difficult years after great success. After the unforgettable victory of 1986, expectations became even higher. Every generation hoped to repeat that success. Argentina continued producing world-class players. The team reached important tournaments. They played beautiful football. But winning another World Cup proved far more difficult than anyone expected. Some tournaments ended with heartbreaking defeats. Others ended earlier than expected. Football fans celebrated every victory. But they also suffered every loss. Still, they never stopped supporting their team. They believed another great generation would one day arrive. A quiet boy with an extraordinary gift. In the city of Rosario, another young boy was falling in love with football. His name was Lionel Messi. Unlike Maradona, Messi was quiet and shy. He rarely spoke. Instead, he allowed his football to speak for him. Life tested him from an early age. Doctors discovered that he had a growth hormone deficiency. His family could not afford the expensive treatment. Many people thought his football dream was over before it had truly begun. But Barcelona offered him a chance. The Spanish club agreed to pay for his medical treatment. At just 13 years old, Messi left Argentina to chase his dream. It was one of the hardest decisions of his life. He missed his family. He missed his home. But he never stopped believing. Years later, that shy little boy became one of the greatest footballers the world had ever seen, carrying the weight of a nation. Playing for Argentina was very different from playing for Barcelona. Whenever Messi wore the blue and white jersey, the pressure became enormous. People compared him to Diego Maradona. Some expected him to win every match by himself. Others questioned whether he truly loved his country because he had spent most of his life in Spain. The criticism was painful. But Messi never answered with angry words. He answered by working harder. Every tournament became another opportunity to make his country proud. The pain of falling short. In 2014, Argentina reached the FIFA World Cup final in Brazil. The entire nation believed this was Messi's moment. After years of hard work, the dream was finally within reach. The final against Germany was intense. Argentina created chances. They fought until the very end. But in extra time, Germany scored. The dream disappeared in a single moment. After the match, Messi slowly walked past the World Cup trophy. The image became one of the most emotional moments in football history. He looked at the trophy he had dreamed about since childhood. It was so close. Yet he could not touch it. The heartbreak continued. Argentina lost several Copa America finals. Each defeat became more painful than the last. Some people blamed Messi. Others doubted his leadership. In 2016, after another heartbreaking loss, Messi announced his retirement from international football. The entire country was shocked. Fans begged him to return. They reminded him that Argentina still believed in him. A short time later, Messi listened to his heart. He came back. Because true leaders never leave their team behind. The long-awaited victory. Years of disappointment slowly transformed into hope. A new generation of Argentine players arrived. They respected Messi. They fought beside him. They believed in one another. In 2021, Argentina reached the Copa America final against Brazil. The pressure was enormous. But this time, history changed. Argentina won the match. Lionel Messi lifted his first major international trophy. His teammates celebrated around him. Many of them cried. Millions of fans across Argentina filled the streets with joy. The long wait was finally over. But one final dream remained. The FIFA World Cup. The greatest moment in Argentina's history. The 2022 FIFA World Cup in Qatar became the most emotional tournament of Messi's career. Argentina lost their opening match. Many people thought their journey was already over. Instead of giving up, the team became stronger. Every player fought for the badge on the shirt. Messi inspired everyone with his leadership, determination, and unforgettable performances. Step by step, Argentina reached the final against France. It became one of the greatest football matches ever played. The game was filled with excitement, goals, and unbelievable drama. After extra time, the winner would be decided by penalties. The entire world watched in silence. When Gonzalo Montiel scored the winning penalty, Argentina became world champions. Messi fell to his knees. His teammates ran toward him. The captain finally lifted the FIFA World Cup. Millions of Argentinians cried tears of happiness. The dream that had lived in the hearts of the nation for 36 years had finally become reality. A legacy that lives forever. Today, Argentina is remembered as one of the greatest football nations in history. Its story is not only about winning trophies. It is about courage during difficult times. It is about believing after painful defeats. It is about standing together as one nation. From the magic of Diego Maradona to the brilliance of Lionel Messi, every generation has added a new chapter to Argentina's incredible journey. The blue and white jersey represents much more than football. It represents hope. It represents passion. It represents millions of people who never stopped believing. And perhaps that is Argentina's greatest lesson. True champions are not those who never fail. True champions are those who always rise again. Thank you for watching this inspiring story on Universal English. If you enjoyed the incredible journey of Argentina, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Keep learning, keep believing, and remember that every great victory begins with the courage to never give up. See you in the next inspiring story.